restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Talking Thrones, where we're going to be talking about, as you already know, Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 2. So if you guys are in here and haven't watched it yet, there is spoiler alert, so if you don't want to get it spoiled, yeah, you can leave. But I'm Derek, and with me today is my boy, the one that probably has the most knowledge on this, Tokus. Tokus, introduce yourself, buddy.
Well, I'm Tolkis, good friend of Boom Derek here. Friend for a few years, and we both have a passion for games and for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so today, Giovanni, Devin, and anybody else who is in here, no music. It's just going to be just some gameplay, and we're going to be talking about the Game of Thrones and just how it goes. Weenie intro, Tokus, LOJK. Oh. Sending shots. But, alright, let's hop right into it.
Right. So what'd you think of last night's Game of Thrones episode, Derek?
So, as far as for me, how slow it is, it still was, for me, probably the best. I loved it. I loved it. I saw it like 4 times. I'm seeing it right now as we speak again. So, I don't know. I just think as far as the set of it, movie, you know, just trying to get all the pieces for the big epic one, I loved it. I think it was real good.
Yeah, you know what? It was definitely, in terms of pace, it was definitely one of the slower episodes that we've seen. But I felt like it was one of the most rewarding episodes we've seen. It's kind of funny. It kind of played really towards the fans, I feel. It answered a lot of questions, which I did not think. From watching the season finale of Game of Thrones last season, I did not think they were going to answer everything that they did answer in terms of Jon Snow knowing his lineage, Daenerys finding out so quickly. I don't know. I felt like even though it was slower, it really was a satisfying episode.
It was, and I mean, of course, like you said, they threw in so much, and as a fan, you kind of have to know and kind of have to picture like a lot of the stuff of like what they threw in, because like they just have to fit so much in, and that's what I kind of like, especially like if you're really into this stuff. Yeah, man, they threw in a lot. Let's okay, no music, play Jenny song.
They really did. I think they did it pretty well though, for sure. I got a question. So what do you think about Tyrion? They seem to be kind of playing kind of heavily towards where his loyalty stands. Do you think he's fully on Team Daenerys, or do you think he's kind of on Team Cersei's side a little bit? He hasn't quite been himself lately. What are your thoughts?
As far as that, I don't think he's on Cersei's side per se. I think him and Jaime have always had a relationship, a good connection, very accepting of who Tyrion is, and you know, of course, his background. On the other hand, Cersei wasn't, but I think he's trying to be loyal to Daenerys for sure. It's just hard because as Cersei is his sister, I think he just wants to trust her and be able to just believe that she's gonna keep her word, you know, because they're blood, and
right.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, for sure. I personally feel like he's not going to betray Daenerys. But you cannot deny that he's definitely being influenced a little bit by Cersei, and you know, he's always been one of those that he wants to be accepted. That's what he has always kind of lingered for, his acceptance from his family.
Yeah, exactly. You hit it right on the nail.
I definitely think it's definitely clouded. Yeah, it definitely is clouding his judgment.
Because he's no,
and I believe
he's known for killing his mother, right?
And now he's known for killing his father.
Yeah, and that
I personally think he's not gonna kill any more Lannisters. I think one of the healthiest things for him right now is that he actually is with his brother. So I think pure fact that Jaime is there, I think it's gonna keep him on the straight and narrow, because that's what he does crave. He does crave family.
Yeah.
Love from his family. So
Yeah, since the very beginning, and Jamie has always given him that, but I think he craves it more from Cersei, and I don't know why. She's such a, I don't know, a biatch, I guess. Biatch.
yeah, for sure. I mean, never got it from his father. He always loved Jamie, and I think Jamie kind of given attention to Cersei, maybe part of the reason why they kind of have that dynamic where he kind of wants acceptance from Cersei. Could be.
Let's go this
I
way.
don't know.
Phasing.
I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. So going to that
See what happens.
that comment you made that everybody used to love Jamie. Now the tables are kind of turned in the beginning of that episode.
Yeah, you're not really seeing that anymore.
He used to be the
He's definitely not.
what they call him?
Yeah, he's not really the.
Yeah,
gold-
the Golden Lion or something like that.
Yeah,
It's total opposite from now.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see.
So-
See what
So
happens.
Devin, going to that
This way.
that Tyrion question, Devin said that he thinks he's leaning away from Daenerys.
He thinks that Tyrion is leading.
Yeah,
away.
like leaning away.
Well, I think what we got is a few different things. I mean, right in the beginning, obviously his loyalty was called into play. You had Ser Jorah kind of back him up in a really big way, and I kind of feel like that may actually be a sign that Ser Jorah may not be with us for too much longer. They seem to be kind of tying up his storyline a little bit. I don't know how you felt about it, Derek, but you know, him meeting the little bear. I mean, I think we've all really wanted to see Little Bear and Ser Jorah meet for the first
Yeah.
time, at least on the show.
Oh yeah,
On the screen. That's what I've definitely been looking forward to.
she's a
seeing.
little badass,
we
dude.
finally
Oh
got
my
that.
gosh.
Oh, she is absolutely. I mean, she commands respect. She's one of the most badass characters in the show. And I kind of think they can. God, just how they played it, saying, you know, oh, I'm glad you picked Tyrion. Tyrion was the right choice. Kind of downplaying his, I don't know, his value a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna have a kind of one of those a true redeeming moment where everyone's gonna have this heartfelt thing after he
Keeper here. Wingman
does
here.
that sacrificial move.
yeah, and it sucks to say because he's grown on so many people in
Oh yeah.
over time.
Sure.
I think
So
so.
Jorah Mormont is a good man, and yeah, how you say that how he's talking about letting Tyrion or backing up Tyrion and saying all this, and if you also want to go to where Samuel gives him the sword. I think it's kind of
that was
leading up to probably to his death. Like you're saying, he's not gonna be
Yeah,
here.
I would not be surprised if he is not one of the first people to openly fight the Night King, or at least one of his lieutenants. And kind of one of those heroic saving moments. Yeah, I kind of see his storyline being wrapped up in a way that, unfortunately, I don't really like, because I really like the character quite a bit. I think all the Bear Island people are just pretty badass overall. But yeah, I kind of feel like they're kind of setting them up to be wrapped up,
Yeah,
which is a shame.
yeah, it sucks. And so I guess starting from the beginning of the episode, Devin makes this I guess claim or comment saying that he sees Brianna dying for Jamie, Brianna of Tarth. So you see her in the beginning of the episode, pretty much putting her whole reputation on the line for him.
Yeah.
What'd
for
you
sure.
think about that? About her?
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. Unfortunately, I believe that she is also going to be following the Ser Jorah route. I mean, if you look at, she has Valyrian steel blade that was gifted to her by Jamie, which makes her an important character. And anyone who has Valyrian steel, I believe, is probably going to be the only thing that can kill the Night King. She's already in that important role. I actually think her getting knighted by Jamie kind of seals her
Solidified it, huh?
her death warrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're looking, you know, she's been one of those people that everyone in the Game of Thrones universe kind of has slightly respected, but also, you know, her being a woman, she couldn't be a knight. She kind of disappointed her whole family. She has been on this path of trying to show her self-worth. Then she meets Jamie, and I think that changed her character profoundly. I mean, she despised Jamie Lannister. Absolutely despised him. Not anyone grows her. And she got to see a side of him that really, I think, changed her entire outlook. And then finally getting knighted, I kind of have a feeling that she's gonna die. I think it may be trying to save Jamie. But it's gonna be really interesting to see, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, she's for sure gonna, like you said. I mean, I think what helped her as far as look at Jamie as someone that was an honorable man, was for sure. I guess the day that he kept the oath, or said the oath of returning Catelyn or Catelyn Stark's kids, you know, to safety.
Right.
Especially closing it off with none other than the sword called, what was it called? Oathbreaker.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that was
the
definitely
turning point for her to be like,
one of the most.
okay.
Yeah, I mean that was the first thing that broke her icicles that were on her heart that she had placed for years. You know, in the beginning of the episode, there was a scene where Jamie Lannister came up and to Brienne when she was on the field, and she mentioned to Jamie that was it Podrick still had a lot to learn. Jamie was so proud of how far he's come. I kind of have a feeling that was a little bit not actually directed towards Podrick, and it was really more towards Jamie still has a lot to learn.
Oh yeah, when yeah, okay. I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think that comment was really directed towards Jamie.
You mean towards Podrick?
Towards Podrick. It was really towards Jamie, saying that, you know, Jamie was like, he really came a long way. He's looking good, and, you know, her saying that, you know, he still has a lot to learn, a lot to work on, which I really think is symbolic of the path that Jamie has gone down. Saying that, you know, he's done a lot of good, but he still has more to go. And I think what she's really going to see on the battlefield is he absolutely risks his life to save her. I think in turn, in the end, she's going to repay that. And she will die for Jamie. I believe, at least.
Yeah. No, I for sure see it. I for sure see it too. J-Swap said,
unfortunately, because they're all such great
I know.
characters. It's one of those struggles.
I know.
That we have as Game of Thrones.
It's gonna be tough. J-Swap said they're gonna solidify their love. Yeah, she's gonna sacrifice herself. But during the war, they also are gonna do the dirty in the middle of the war.
I actually don't think their love will
To that
be
point, right?
a lustful thing, because Jamie's entire, I guess, romance with Cersei has just been something that was, I guess you could say, dirty and sinful. And I think his relationship with Brienne, I don't think will ever be physical, but I think it's a symbolic of kind of how pure it is. How his, I don't want to say love, I guess I'll say love. His love and admiration for her is something that he hasn't experienced in his life. It's
been like a lustful thing.
I don't think it will be a physical thing. I really don't.
So
I think it will be something
pure, as
I like pushing limits as much as
a pure
pure
sacrifice.
sacrifice. Exactly. You guys are forgetting about Arya. No, we will get to Arya for sure.
No,
Yeah,
we'll get to
what
Arya.
what we're trying to do is we're trying to hit like from the start of the episode, and just work our way there, and then get to the big questions after that. So
Yeah.
so we just talked about the Golden Lion, Mr. Jaime Lannister. How do you think he felt when Bran hit him with that line? What we do for love.
I think
Or what
I think that gave our boy Jamie just a little bit of a heart attack, for sure. But you know, I think Jamie's kind of on this redemption tour, if you want to call it. He's truly trying to right his wrongs.
Heavy mag here. Level 2.
And I think he took it well. I think he took the criticism well. I mean, I think it's a difficult thing. I mean, Jaime Lannister is a prideful individual. I mean, you got to remember, he was known as the greatest warrior in the land.
Yeah.
He was a knight of the realm. You know, I mean,
He was a beast.
the Golden Lion.
Yeah.
His whole life he's been played up.
Yeah.
And I think this is just part of what it humbles him, and what, I don't know, what kind of defines who the real Jaime Lannister is. You're looking at an individual who's been fighting his entire life to do what's right, but has been manipulated by individuals like Cersei, his father, into doing something that's not so good.
Yeah, and I like how after it was like his judgment day when it came down to,
Backpack here.
let's call it Jaime's council, where they came down on him and he finally got accepted. So when it came down to him and Bran in the Godswood, I like the points that Bran for sure came out with. Bran wouldn't be where he is at this point in his life, and neither would Jaime. Jaime would honestly probably still be doing the same thing. He would still be probably messing with the sister. He'd still be that the Golden Lion. The Golden Lion.
I mean, I think it's really a defining moment for the character of Jaime. I mean, I think he's truly repented for the first time for his sins, and I think he's truly trying to make up for it. I mean, as you can see, he's been one of the biggest things that Jaime has always brought up, that he's a man of his word, and the thing that really haunts him through the beginning all the way to the end has been that he's been accused of being an oath breaker. You know, what would one do? And I think at this point, everything that he does from now on is, in his mind, making up for his sins.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I don't necessarily think, unfortunately, if any of the Lannisters are to survive towards the end, I think you're probably going to see Tyrion. I think Jaime may actually die towards the end, hopefully killing Cersei.
Hopefully.
But I think Tyrion will probably be the head of House Lannister. That's what he's wanted his whole life, and Jaime's never wanted it, so I think there may be some of that towards the end. But yeah, we'll kind of have to see what happens with their characters, for sure.
Jace also, Devin, he saw the kid and he pooped his pants a little. Giovanni, honestly, I would have pooped my pants a little too, dude. If I would have done that to a kid, and it's like, yeah, you know the truth, and it's like, oh, snap, like, this kid can... if Bran would have said something, I guarantee you, because of how close, at that point in their lives, how close Jon Snow was to Bran, when they were younger, I wouldn't, without how would you say it? Without a doubt in my mind, that Jon would have right there probably killed. Probably would have killed him.
You know, you're looking at you have Daenerys, who's been told her whole life how evil
this man was.
Yeah, I mean that's a common a common thing in Westeros. A lot of people believe that Jaime truly is a monster, and that's kind of the funny thing about his story arc is he really isn't. He's been heavily influenced by the wrong people his entire life.
Yeah, his dad, his sister, and his sister was because, of course, he was getting it from her. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
women are powerful to that point. You know, and that's a different story. That's a different story. Yeah, whatever.
And you know that was, and he was heavily influenced by Cersei. Not writing that wrong, obviously. I mean that nothing.
No,
can justify that.
no.
But you know, you're looking at, you know, it did start from Cersei for sure. They wanted to be like the Targaryens of old.
Yeah,
That's what Targaryens did.
I mean, but
Unfortunately.
yeah, and honestly, there's no like right from it. In the book, yes, it is okay, whatever, because as
I am taking fire, friends.
as Targaryens, they had to keep their blood strong for to be a dragon rider, blood of the dragon rider, blah blah blah. But yeah, yeah, okay, so.
But
Yeah.
well, how about what did you think about? What was your impression about Tyrion's conversation with Bran?
Already inside the ring.
Doc, do you think he learned something? Maybe, possibly, something that's going to be valuable towards the end of the war? I mean, him sitting down with that absolute wealth of knowledge that is, Three-Eyed Raven. Do you think that's gonna play into anything, or was that just filler?
So on that part, I think it's kind of hard because it could have gone anywhere at that point.
Champion just fell.
But
Must not be very good.
Tyrion's a learned
yeah,
individual.
his famous saying, "I drink and I know things." And I think.
Yeah.
I think by him knowing as much as he can about, Bran and his story and knowing, I guess, kind of like where Bran's intentions are, because, I mean, from Tyrion knowing Bran from when he was a young boy, very outgoing, very, blah blah blah, very talkative. Now you see a Bran that's total opposite and kind of dark in a way.
Right.
To where he just wanted to see, what this kid's been through, what he felt as far as when the Night King touched him and stuff like that, and just learning. I don't think he necessarily found out the outcome of the battle or how the Night King dies, because even Bran didn't know when the question got asked, can the Night King be killed by Dragonfire? He didn't know. So I think,
Yeah, that was an interesting moment. I mean, up until this point,
Making contact.
there's not really anything that he didn't know. So, interesting to see where all this goes.
Reloading. Found that one. Reloading.
there we go. Oh my god.
Here we go. Doing work up here.
Yeah, I don't think he learned much.
We just took out the kill leader.
I don't think he did.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Gotcha.
Do you think he did?
Part of me wants him to have learned something for sure. I mean, you're looking. I strongly feel that something's going to happen with Tyrion. They keep on playing up that he's not the smartest person, and I kind of feel like there's going to be a moment where Tyrion's going to have the answer. I don't know how that's going to play out. I really don't. But I would want to. It's like I would want. I kind of am a little bit biased towards Tyrion. He's definitely one of my favorite characters.
He's for sure grown on me. I didn't like him.
I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like any interaction between Bran, I think there has to be some kind of outcome.
Using grapple.
Round 4.
Yeah.
Beginning ring.
Yeah, no, I get you. So this wasn't a big part in the show, but I like Sir Davos. This jumping completely different. What'd you think about Sir Davos and that girl's interaction? You know he had some feelings there.
I think. Oh yeah, that tugged at my heartstrings
Didn't it?
for sure.
I love that scene. I was like, oh man.
That was one of the most traumatizing scenes ever.
Yes, burning the little Stannis' daughter. What was her name?
That was, yeah.
I forget her name. So innocent, and you could tell Sir Davos there was like, dude, I don't.
In a lot of pain.
You could tell.
For sure.
And I like how Sam's girl came in, and Gilly pretty much saved him from getting choked up. You could tell he was getting choked up. Jay Swab said, "I like Tyrion's line. I want to die in my own bed with the belly full of wine and a maiden's mouth around my dingaling at the age of 80." You know what? Oh, and that's something that me and Talk kind of agreed on. In this episode alone, Tyrion talked a lot about his death.
Yeah. Yes, he did. I kind of feel like, obviously, you could take from George R. R. Martin that he does a lot of foreshadowing. I think this may be a ploy. Because you got to remember the books. The show is now ahead of the books.
Yes.
At this point, but he's still crafting the story as he goes right now. I kind of feel that since George, I'm sure, spends a lot of his time cruising different theories and seeing what's hot right now. I kind of feel like he's probably trying to pull one over on us. I don't know.
As far as what, make us think that Tyrion's gonna die because he's talking so much. Yeah,
they're talking an awful lot about him dying. I think it's gonna be one of those moments that you may think he's gonna die. There may be one of those that, oh dear God, the episode ends and you're unsure about if Tyrion is gonna make it. I kind of feel like I said, I'm biased towards Tyrion. He's been my guy for a while. I've always liked him. I do feel like they're trying to lead us a little bit. Yeah, I think it's just a ploy. I really do. Like I said, little bit of, I'm biased on Team Tyrion, but I think it's a ploy.
Okay.
He's going for that shock value for sure.
That is true. So, going to the next point, which is pretty much following the story at this point of the episode. Giovanni just put, that's crazy when Sansa asked Daenerys what's gonna happen with the North. She was like, yes. you ain't gonna like the answer, which is true. I think Daenerys is too strung up on making sure she rules over the what is it called, like the Westeros, the kingdom, the Seven Realms,
right.
So forth and so forth. What'd you think about that? At first, it was so beautiful. They had a moment. They both shared their love for Jon. Sansa saying, Jon's my brother. I love him. Daenerys confessing her love to the extent of, telling Sansa that she loved him as much as another man, which is Khal Drogo.
Right.
And she loved Khal Drogo.
She did open up. She opened up to Sansa in a way that she really hasn't opened up to other characters. And I really think that was kind of...
You better watch out for me.
I don't know. I believe she really truly was trying to get Sansa on her side at that point by sharing something a little bit more intimate than she would normally share with people.
Excellent. Time to destroy more opponents.
God. I do think towards the end, I don't necessarily think that Daenerys is going to sit on the Iron Throne. I don't think
Introducing
so.
your champion.
I think if she does, I think she will give the North back, and the North will be independent. If Daenerys dies, I think the North will still be independent. I think would be kind of poetic a little bit. I mean, if you look, Aegon when he first came to Westeros, he took over 6 out of 7
Yep.
realms and went up to the North and
Yes.
they bent the knee. I think it would be a little bit poetic if a Targaryen was in the end to give back the North. So Jon Snow wouldn't just be known as, the king who bent the knee to another Targaryen.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Jon Snow, the one who basically kind of won back the North. I think that would be a cool situation for sure.
Yeah, it'd be, it would be sweet for sure. Okay, man, but did you touch on like why she would get back to North? Like, our
I think I don't.
predictions?
I think my prediction would be is because I truly feel like Daenerys is not gonna go away from Jon. I think she will realize that she's truly not alone anymore, and she's not gonna feel like that right now. I believe wholeheartedly that Daenerys at this moment right now sees Jon Snow as a threat, but I think she still has feelings for him. So
Well, yeah. Okay, I guess.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty interesting, but yeah, I think she would give the North back in a way of truly showing respect for Jon, even if Jon in the end passes away. I believe she would give back the North in some kind of show of love
For him.
for Jon.
My and I think we talked about this before too, but like my prediction, my whatever, what is it, foreshadow, is going to be
Kill leader appointed.
that she ends up pregnant with John's kid.
Not for long, pal.
And yeah, I know it says she
Definitely pregnant.
she cannot have any babies, like she found that out, but I think since it is aunt and nephew, they're going back to the traditional Targaryen ways that
Backpack here.
that the blood of the dragon is for sure gonna overpower whatever Daenerys thinks she has, that she can't have babies, and she's gonna end up having a baby, then having that love,
I think you will probably find out. I would predict probably maybe the end of the next episode or the episode after that. I think Daenerys will discover that she's pregnant, and I think that's really going to be the thing that ultimately solidifies her feelings for Jon.
Yeah. Yo, Hachiro, what's up, man? Thank you. I
That's-
appreciate that.
I mean, you have to understand she's believed that she cannot bear children
Yeah.
anymore. She believes that she's the last. Oh, I'm sorry. She believed she was the last of the Targaryens, and now she's discovering all of these truths. That she's not
Extended
alone.
heavy mag here.
She's
Level
not
2.
alone anymore. She can't. She has a kid. Potentially, will have a kid with Jon. I think it's going to change things for sure, in the way that she views
Hey, we're spread out.
everything.
Look at the map.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, Danny's is gonna die in childbirth if it gets there. You know what? I could see that too. That's a good point, Devin. I kind of see that happening. Or
Right.
the opposite, where like Toke was kind of saying, except for her having the baby, that Jon Snow's gonna die, and out of respect, you know, she's gonna have the baby. She's gonna have love for Jon, and she's not going to take the North. Out of respect, I think she wouldn't do that. So it can be either or. I mean, that's what I love about this so much, that it can go in so many different directions. Dany can die.
There's a million different ways.
Jon can
yeah.
die. You never know, they can both die. And Jon in battle, and then maybe Dany while she's giving birth. I mean, it could go so many different ways. And
For sure.
that's what I kind of like about where Game of Thrones is honestly headed.
Yeah, it's definitely heading in a direction that I didn't think. I didn't think George would
Care
quite
package.
take it.
Sweet.
It's kind of interesting to see how it unfolds for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, stepping away from the love between the dragon and the wolf, Snow and Dany, what do you think about the love triangle between Tormund, Jaime Lannister, and Brianna of Tarth?
Oof.
Let's talk about her knighting. That's a big
Man.
big part in Game of Thrones history.
Quite far.
Yeah.
First woman.
Yeah. First
To
woman
ever
for
be
sure,
knighted.
which is a milestone for sure.
Done by her, probably
Yeah,
her most, I guess you could say, her favorite person as of right now. One that believes in her and has a lot of respect for her now.
Yeah, I mean, faith in someone is a powerful thing for sure, and I think they're demonstrating that. In a time where it's pretty bleak, I mean, pretty much everyone believes that they're going to die pretty much any moment. They have death, as Dan puts it, at their doorstep. So it's a powerful thing for sure. I mean, in terms of Tormund, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, it's, I mean, you know, he at least lusts for her.
I think he has a true love, but it's one of those.
If anyone,
Go ahead.
yeah, if anyone's gonna be together, it would probably be with Tormund and Brienne, because I truly feel like Jaime or Brienne, one of them's not gonna make it, if not both
Yeah.
of them. So,
Enemy spotted.
yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it plays out for sure.
Enemy spotted.
Tormund better win her over. I hope so. Cause as of right now, I mean, you can even like
Opening fire on the
you can even get into like real life scenarios
enemies are shooting.
where he's in the friend zone with her right now.
Reloading. Reloading.
Oh, for sure. Right Pierce.
She's in the friend zone. He deserves to be with her. Yeah, he's for sure. What, confessed his love for her in season 7, right? It was
Yeah, I mean, the first time he saw her.
first time he saw her.
I mean, you're looking at a man, at a culture who believes in, you know, the strong should procreate and should continue, and that's it's. I mean, you're looking at, he became basically the ruler
Over the
of
yeah.
the wildlings because he was strong, not because of bloodlines, not because of anything else. And that's what he respects from Brienne, a tall, strong woman. I think he's actually one of the safest characters in Game of Thrones
Yeah,
right now. He's basically the comedic relief.
he is.
He's not entirely important to the storyline, and I kind of feel that how George has set things up in the story of Ice and Fire, the people who are not important to the storyline generally survive, and the people who are vital die. But I think he's actually he's actually safer than most.
Yeah, I like Tormund. Yes, he's a comedic relief. He is the strongest, and I love his story on how he became the strongest, how he became so strong, and and at the age of 10, by the way, this was at the age of 10.
Yes.
Dude was a beast.
Suckled on the teat of a
For
giant.
3 months. 3 months.
Yes. That was unexpected to say the least.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you caught it. It did appear that he was drinking the milk
Yeah, when he was
of the giant.
when he was
In the horn.
the horn, yeah.
So, which if you looked at Brianne's face, yeah, that was definitely a turnoff for her, because I think she realized what it was.
Yeah, and yeah, kind of weirded her out. And I like how they kind of had Jamie's face in the background, like, oh, what the freak? It was that part for sure was funny. It was freaking hilarious.
Now, here's one. Do you think Jon Snow has, or Aegon Targaryen, do you think he has ambitions for the throne now? That he is ahead of the line.
It can
What do you think?
go. It can go so many different ways. Especially by the way
On my marker.
when Daenerys told him, so well now you're the next male heir to the throne, blah blah blah, this and this and that. He didn't really confirm or deny that he didn't want it. You know, it stayed quiet. Then you hear the blow of the horn. But do I think? I don't think so. I don't think he wants it.
I don't think so either.
I think he just wants the
I think-
North to
I
be the North. Like, let his people be how they've been. Because the North is a really
Yeah, I mean,
secluded. You know, they just like to be to themselves, and
right.
that's all he wants.
I think a lot of things now make sense to Jon. Now knowing his true parentage, he's not angry at Ned Stark anymore. He understands that, you know, Ned really did love him. He did the ultimate sacrifice. Ned Stark was, you know, known as a true and just
Yeah.
man, and he completely kind of destroyed his reputation a little bit, ruined his marriage, for sure. All for Jon, and to protect him, what Jon truly
Yeah,
was.
and I think
And I
Go ahead.
think because of that, I think he truly sees Ned still as his
exactly.
father.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Jay Suave said, "No, my boy Jon is just trying to do right for his people," which I 100%
Yeah,
believe.
absolutely.
Devin said, "Or he wants Danny's cheeks." Well, Devin, he already got Danny's cheeks a few times. It's just too much to put into a show. That they have to squeeze so much in. But yeah, Devin, trust me, again, trust
Yeah.
me, he has. He's trying to do the nasty.
I
I mean,
think
yeah, they already done it
Yeah.
on the boat when they went on the dragon ride. I mean, probably some more. Trust. But
I honestly think if Jon Snow got the throne right now, he'd probably break up the kingdoms and he would rule the North.
yeah,
He would truly end the Game of Thrones once and for
yeah,
all.
yeah. He
Don't think it's
No,
going to
I won't.
happen, but I think that if that scenario went through, that's how he
Again.
would play it.
Yeah, no, he for sure. He's just, yeah, like you said, he sees Ned as his father still because he raised him,
Yeah.
and he has some of Ned's characteristics for sure. Trying to be that loyal
Yeah.
person, trying to do the right thing all the time. I mean, you can go back all the way to when he was the Lord Commander and bringing
I
the
do lie,
the
but not
wildlings,
this
you
time.
know, that has never been done before, and just stuff like that. You know, fighting for the wildlings, and convincing people that wildlings aren't just like savages; they're actual people. They feel, love, and hurt just like us. They're just more savage, you know. So in the end of it, if they both are alive, I think in the end, he doesn't want the throne. He just wants the North to be free. So going away from all that, what do you think about Arya and all that stuff that went down?
I don't think I've ever been as shocked.
It was shocking. I honestly,
ever
100% had to check her age
I
because I was like,
I was extremely uncomfortable.
because you saw her from when she was a little girl, like it was weird. But so I was like, okay, this girl must be 16, 17, 18 years old. She has to be 18 because she can't do these kind of scenes if she's not. I find out she's 22.
Yeah, that was a shocker. That I did not know, nor would I have guessed.
She was born in 1997. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was.
Yeah, that was one of the most shocking things.
Devin says she went in. I mean, if you're looking at the circumstances that they're in, Devin, I mean, you know, they could die within. How short was it? It was a short time.
Yeah, it kind of feels like she's wrapping things up, man.
She probably feels like
She
it.
gets that special.
Yeah.
Gets that special weapon crafted.
Oh,
like,
talking about her special weapon,
That kind of feels.
didn't it look different on the paper or the picture that she drew?
Yeah. I mean, maybe she's just a terrible artist. I don't know, but yeah, that was definitely interesting to say the least. I mean, you can see the weapon is completely modeled after the one that I probably gonna butcher the name, but I believe it was Serial Pharrell, her dancing instructor. That was the weapon that he taught her how to fight in.
Oh yeah.
Fight with. So she's going back to her roots. She's donning the weapon that she first learned to kill with, and
One and when she was with the
it's gonna-
what do they call the no faces or the
yeah.
the people?
Yep, she defended herself and she was completely
Yeah,
blind.
and that's the weapon she trained with as well. It was a staff. So I think that's
Yes.
her power weapon. But from like videos and other predictions that I saw, they said, and it's obviously not true, but they said it was gonna have that Valyrian steel blade that she's been carrying around.
Well, I mean, it's a double-sided. I mean, it harkens. I mean, it reminds me of Darth Maul's double-bladed
Yeah.
lightsaber from Star Wars. I mean, that's what it reminds me of. It seems like kind of an unpractical weapon to me, but I mean, you're looking at probably gonna kill at least a few White Walkers with it.
Yes, I think she's gonna
that
take
weapon
out
has
most of
purpose.
not most, but a lot of the top commanding
I am taking fire, friends. Watch out for the new
White
kill
Walkers,
leader, friends.
like the dudes on the horses.
Yeah, that is a purpose-built weapon for sure. It's gonna be interesting to kind of see what she does with it.
She's going to kill Cersei before she dies. Maybe she can face shift into the Night King or White Walkers. You think she can do that?
Got you, friend.
I don't know. It's been one of those things that there's been no proof that she can basically take on image of someone who's living. They haven't showed that.
They have to be dead first, right?
They've only shown her. Yeah. So I mean, that's going to be a thing that I don't think that will trick the Night King. I mean, the Night King is a magic. I mean, we know that he's infused with magic from the very beginning. So I don't think he's necessarily going to be fooled by it.
No, well, he's saying
Parlor
that
trick, to say the least.
that aren't White Walkers already dead? They are dead, but they have magic, so it's not like. And if you think of it, they're like
Inside the ring.
hundreds and maybe thousands of years old, so it's kind of like to face what and isn't the Night King dead?
Night King is not dead. The Night King was
He was
From what it
alive, yeah, he was
appears,
alive when they.
he was a first man Who asked that?
Devin.
That
It
wasn't
was
Devin.
Devin.
Oh, see, if you would have watched the show from the very beginning, or read the books, you would know.
No,
this
no, no, no.
answer. But-
Devin watches a lot of YouTube videos. Remember that, Talk? A lot of YouTube videos.
Not to completely bag on, but basically the whole story was that he was a descendant from the first men, and the children of the forest turned him into the Night King.
Do you think he's a Stark?
I think he's the descendant of the Starks, since the Starks are descendants of the first men.
Oh, okay.
Supply bin here.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
I think that, yeah, they're one of the only families that are descendant of the first men. Everyone else is basically descendants of people from Essos. So,
Wow.
that's why they have a special connection. Believe that's why they can ward. Why they have that kind of magic. It's something that
That's why House Stark is the best.
rest of the people from. Yes, that's why they. Yeah, that's why they can ward where other people can't.
Contact. I am taking
Got you.
fire,
It's
friends.
yeah.
Go bamboozle.
It
Recharging shields.
yeah. I just love this show, man.
You know, it kind of makes me believe that the Targaryens have a little bit of the warging ability as well. That may be why they're by dragons. There's kind of a dual purpose of their blood being mixed. So on the Night King himself, so what do you think? Do you think that the fabled Night King is gonna be defeated at Winterfell, or do you think he's gonna be heading to King's Landing? I personally think this scenario is gonna play out. I feel like the Night King will be pushing on Winterfell. I think you're probably gonna find they're all gonna fall back to the crypts. They will not be able to get into the crypts, and eventually they will come out and discover that the entire army has left and is actually heading towards King's Landing. So Cersei's trump card, the Golden Company, is all of a sudden gonna be just absolutely whittled away, and it's basically gonna be a race to stop the Night King.
so you think? So you're saying like the Night King would be like sandwiched in between Cersei's Golden Company with the remaining
I think I don't know if you remember this, but there was a vision that Dany had in what was it? It was when she was in Essos. Was she in Volantis? I can't remember. There was basically a sorcerer's house before she got her armies. She had a vision of King's Landing, which you're not sure if it was on fire or if there was snow. But in the throne room, there was either snow or ash coming down. And I believe
remember that last season, right?
what you're gonna see a few seasons ago.
I thought it was.
I believe what you're gonna see is they are going to basically be chasing the Night King's army, and you'll basically find out that basically Cersei's army is pretty much destroyed. By the time that in the end of the show, King's Landing there won't be a throne to really take.
Hey, let's go already.
We can break this into parts. First off, do you think the Night King's going to be defeated in Winterfell? I don't think so.
Friend.
I think it's too soon in the season for that to happen.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to give credit where credit's due as far as to my dad. So he came up, or either someone gave him the idea,
Introducing
but
the champion.
I don't relish the title.
at the end of the episode 2, you see the White Walkers, the commanders, the ones that are like the stronger ones than the regular whites. There you hear the army behind them walking, but you don't hear the dragon. You don't hear the Scream. Yes, of course, the Night
Right.
King does have power over the dragon. I'm pretty sure he's not going to silence the dragon. He can't silence the flapping of the wings or anything like that. I don't think he's there. Honestly think he did go
Yeah,
to, or he's flying over to King's Landing, and he is going to destroy the army, destroy the Golden Company, all that crap. And this is kind of far-fetched. My dad didn't say this part, but I think he's going to make Cersei his queen. I don't know, maybe, but he's gonna have that army, and they're kind of gonna get sandwiched. So that scene where you're talking about Daenerys being in the hall, I think that's already
First blood.
going to happen, and they're gonna move up, and they're probably gonna get sandwiched as far as Jon and all them. But I don't think he's there.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I definitely think the Night King has a lot more time, a lot more screen time. I don't think he's done.
Yeah, I don't think what Bran said is gonna be that easy. Where Bran only wants him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they're absolutely foolish. I don't think everyone is led to believe that the Night King and his army are just mindless drones. I don't think
There's
they
a
are.
purpose
They're
behind
not,
it.
They're not zombies. There's a
Yeah.
purpose. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think at that point, if they truly were just zombies, they would have gone to the wall. They would have tried to climb it. They would have tried to done something prior, but they waited. They got a dragon. They were able to move forward. For sure. I don't think it's going to be that simple. I don't think he's going to die right away. I think it's going to. I mean, we all know that episode 3, it's going to be the biggest battle ever.
In history, they even said bigger than the Lord of the Rings battle.
Oh yeah, the largest in television
Yeah.
history, and I believe in movie history.
Movie history.
It's
Because Lord of
gonna-
the Rings was,
I
right?
believe the episode's like, I believe the episode's like 80 minutes long. I could
83.
be wrong.
Yeah.
83. It is a longer episode. I don't think it's gonna be, oh, the Night King is destroyed. Oh, everything is happy. Wait, we gotta fight Cersei. I don't think there's gonna be a true battle with Cersei. I just don't. I think they expect us as fans to think that there's going to be a great battle at Winterfell. I really don't think so. I think there's going to be a battle, but I think it's going to be what happened, where did they go, and that's going to be the big mystery.
Yeah. 100%. IDev game, Cersei a hoe. They did say in the past episode it only takes 500 men to hold 10,000 soldiers coming for the castle. What castle are you talking about? Winterfell? J-Swap? Is that the castle he's talking about, Tok?
Let me
He
see.
said yes. I wonder what episode that was.
Let me see. All right, what did he say
He
exactly?
said they did say in a past episode it only took 500 men to hold 10,000 soldiers coming for the castle. And then I asked Winterfell, he said yes.
I don't recall that. I mean, if that was something that was said, it was probably in the earlier
Yeah.
seasons.
He said he saw it on YouTube, which I mean YouTube, yeah.
I mean, ultimately, you're looking at any defendable position.
It's not a
like that.
Harrenhal,
Yeah, it
but I'm
takes a
pretty
lot
sure
less
it's
people.
I mean the Starks held it for ever.
You know, it may have been. I don't think it was about Winterfell. It was.
And it wasn't Harrenhal.
I'm drawing a blank. It was. Remember the episode where Jaime, the Lannisters assaulted.
Oh, the Tullys. The
the
Tullys.
fish,
The fish
and she.
No,
and
not the
she
Tullys.
He lets Brienne leave
Yeah.
secretly to spare her.
Damn.
That
It's
place.
not the
That was the place it was referred to.
It's the
Mm,
dude with the fish sigil.
yeah.
Damn, what is that?
It was the same place where Jamie gave it to Bronn,
Yeah, no, the Tollies.
and Cersei recently took it away.
Yeah, it's the Tolly sigil is a silver
Yeah.
trout on a red and black. But their house words
Yeah.
are family, duty, honor.
Right.
House Tully came under attack by House Lannister and lent his support for House Stark when it came to their aid of liberation of the Riverlands.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, Giovanni, that yeah, and if you look in the intro of the castle, you can see that they have more trenches and it is more fortified. Intro of the episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean they built for Winterfell. They I think they just had built those trenches, but the one that you're talking about is the Tully one. I forget what the castle is named, but that one had like actual.
It's,
They were on an island.
I believe it's River Run.
Yeah, they were on an actual like
I believe it's
island.
River Run.
They had a river, and the only way to get into the castle, besides the tunnels underneath, was like just a drawbridge. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But House Lannister ended
Yeah,
up getting
River-
it, so
Yeah.
I think one of their nephews ended up snitching on them, right? It was supposed to be their house.
Yep.
Tokus, did you see the intro? Hints out where exactly the White Walkers are traveling. He's talking about when the tiles flip. You saw that, right, Tok?
Where the tiles
So
flip.
in the intro, if you look at the new intro, it starts instead of starting in the south, now it starts in the north, and it starts where the wall has come down. And if you look at the
Right.
ground that they're actually walking on, where the White Walkers are walking, the tiles flip, like, and it.
Right. I think that's basically just signifying
And it.
where the whites have taken over. I mean, it's really where they've conquered areas, houses that have fallen.
Yeah. He said, so episode 3, the tiles are going to be flipped right in front of the castle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they're gonna do it that way. Of course. Okay, so in the past, I think I saw the same thing as you, Giovanni. But yes, in the past, the title does give like I guess what's happening during the episode, because if you go to like season 1 intro, it shows of course the stag like horns stabbing the wolf, which is pretty much House Baratheon House Baratheon and all that crap. That's when Ned Stark falls, the wolf falls, he dies, blah blah. So yeah, I mean the title has some stuff, but I don't think it's gonna tell you completely as far as like where they're headed. But each episode, I think it will show exactly where they're at in that episode.
Yeah, I mean, historically, you've seen the map
Yeah,
play a pivotal part in showing where armies are. I mean, I don't know if you remember back in what was it, season 3 and 4, as Daenerys was slowly conquering different territories, you would see the movement of her armies basically
oh yeah,
on the map, and you'd see how it changed. You would see flags change towards the Targaryen flag. I think that really just symbolizes the area that the White Walkers have basically claimed as their own. Which I would be intrigued to see if the opening of episode 3 is going to show any kind of movement past Winterfell, which would indicate if the Night King is heading towards King's
Yeah.
Landing
oh yeah, that'd be
and splitting up his
Yep.
armies.
interesting. So going back to the episode now, we pretty much covered everything. But one thing I want
Pretty
to
much, yeah.
pick at Tok's head is Theon Greyjoy. He's back.
Good old Theon.
Reek
Yes,
Um,
yes, he is.
so do you think he's going to die? I mean, he's pretty much trying to redeem himself for what he did to Bran, what he did to the Starks, taking their house, and now him and the Ironborn. I honestly 100% love how they're called the Ironborn. How they determine how strong they are. You know, when they initiate themselves to the Drowned God and stuff like that. Freaking sick.
Well, they're the Vikings.
Yeah,
of,
exactly. Vikings.
Of this world.
They're
sure.
freaking beasts. But do you think Theon Greyjoy is going to die, or is going to, is gonna die? Truly give his life for Bran in the God's Woods.
Introducing your champion.
No, I think Theon has. I think Theon has already gone through his redemption story. You know, he's.
With Sansa?
You looked at someone.
Is that the part you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's redeemed himself to a degree. You know, he saved his sister. He's come back. I mean, he's lost one of the most important things you could lose already. He doesn't have a future in terms of
Ready up.
furthering his family. I don't think there's any value in him dying. I think he will be one of the, I guess you could say, original Starks that will survive.
And that's going back to when he was with the Starks, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy doesn't know how to freaking jump.
Contact with target.
Okay, yeah, I know. I get you. So you don't think he's gonna die? Because his redemption's already
No,
okay.
I
For me, I think he is. I don't know why. It's just like a gut feeling that
I have been downed.
he is gonna die. Because even though he has done his redemption and all that, I don't think he feels like he's completed it 100%. Especially like to Bran and to the rest of them. Like to
Right.
Rickon and stuff like that. Because in the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just think.
Yeah, you know, I think he still has obviously a lot to make up for, but I don't think it's so much that he's gonna die for it.
Okay.
You know, for sure there's gonna be some heroic, you know, life endangering thing that he's gonna do, but I just feel like he's already redeemed himself to his family, and he's shown that he's willing to right the wrongs with his Stark.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna die. I mean, I think the ones that are gonna die out of the Starks, probably Jon, probably. I think Sansa's safe. I think Sansa isn't gonna go anywhere. I don't know.
That's kind of sucks, because that's who I want to see survive at the end.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Grappling.
Is Jon. I want Jon not on the Iron Throne, but I want him to be like happy.
Level
He's
1.
been through so much. He's
Body shield here.
died,
Level 1.
came back to life. I just want him to finally be selfish and just always taking care of people, you know? I just want him to
Right.
be happy. Want him to, you know, truly have that love with Daenerys if it goes the traditional way, blah blah,
I've been here.
and the two main characters survive. I do hope
Ultimate accelerant here.
they live happily ever after.
R99 here.
Okay, J Swaff said, "Did you see Ghost show up in episode 2? Thank you for reminding me on that, Giovanni.
Sure did.
Thank you.
Seeing a tunnel.
Thank God.
What do you think is going to happen to the wolves? They making it or not?" Well, I don't know if I read it, and I don't know if or if I got it from a video, but there's gonna be a lot of CGI, of course, with the dragons and with Ghost, because Ghost is supposed to show up a lot. But I also think, talking about wolves, I think Nymeria is gonna come back. Like, she has a wolf pack, right? She's
Yeah, Nymeria's definitely going to come back. I
and
think,
her pack is strong.
you know, I mean, you gotta look in history. In Game of Thrones, the wolves usually die. The wolves dying is a symbol of the Stark children dying. Each one of these wolves symbolizes a Stark child. So, Ghost will only die if Jon Snow dies. You know, Nymeria will only die if,
Sweet.
oh my god, I'm
Arya.
completely going blank. Arya. If Arya dies, yeah, the wolves are tied to the Stark children.
Fudge. Everybody has been through so much. That is true, Devin. That is truly true. It's supposed to be the biggest cinematic episode in TV history. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. TV history and movie history as well. I think Lord of the Rings. Which one was it? The Return of the King.
Return of the
Yeah,
King, yeah.
was
I mean,
was the biggest, or still is, because episode 3 hasn't dropped yet.
right.
But still is the biggest cinematic slash battle scene of all time in movie TV history. But they say this one is, so. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're gonna have to bring back everybody. Ghost is coming back. Ghost is gonna be the biggest. He's gonna be the strongest.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna see a lot of Ghost next episode for sure. They've let. I mean, he basically wasn't even in last season.
Not at all. I think once.
You're gonna see some dragon fights.
Mine are made of steel.
You're gonna see because Jon Snow is gonna be in the air with Daenerys at
On
some
Rhaegar.
point, patrolling.
Rhaegal. He's gonna be on
Yeah.
Rhaegal. For sure.
And then probably if the Night King does make a move on Bran, you're gonna have. I guarantee you, the wolves are gonna
Yeah.
be there.
And I think that's where
For that
where
fight.
Nymeria is gonna show up. Because in the books, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Tog, but in the books, since the day that Arya let go of Nymeria, she, like, of course she's a dire wolf, which became rare in that time. Only in the, I guess, in the north is where they have dire wolves past behind the wall and stuff like that. But Nymeria ends up having like a huge wolf pack that she's the alpha, like she's the one. And you see it in last seasons.
Yeah, when Arya met up with Nymeria, you saw her super pack.
Yeah.
So, it would not surprise me. I mean, it does show that, just like the Stark children, the wolves have a bond and they can sense each other. So it would not surprise me if we saw super
Yeah.
pack. If not next episode, the episode after. So it's going to be pretty interesting, to say the least. It's going to be a very action-packed episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very great episode. Avengers? No, Devin, we're not talking about Avengers. Just
We'll
Game
never.
of Thrones, dude. Game of Thrones. But I mean, we've talked about a lot there, man. And I think as far as what we talked about is gonna be a lot to think of. In the sense of what's gonna come up, and
Extended light mag.
if you have any more input, you can go ahead. But I don't know, man. What?
Yeah, man, I think that pretty much covers all the topics of last episode.
Yeah,
for sure.
and if you guys want, so okay, we don't really have an outro yet or anything like that. But I mean, this is going to be the end. We've talked about so much. I was gonna say, like, if you guys want, right before, you know, right before the episode, we can get on here again and how would you say, like, put our opinions on what's gonna happen.
We can
Yeah.
talk-
And write it down and see who's right from wrong, and then we'll come back and see what happens. But let's see what he say. Do you think Bran is gonna make it since he's a bait? Yes. No. That's what we kind of talked about.
I need it. Forget that.
Yeah, I think Bran's gonna. He's not gonna die. Because.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Three-Eyed Raven's fate, I think, is very much tied with that of the Night King. If the Night King dies, I wouldn't be surprised if Bran dies. But until that happens, I don't foresee anything happening with Bran.
Yeah, because like I said, and even Toke said too, it can't be that easy. Like, for Bran to be the main one, and I'm pretty sure he is, because if you think about it, Bran is the only one that has history that goes, or the only history that knows about how they were created, like what their purpose was, blah blah. So if you kill the Three-Eyed Raven, which is Bran, and all that history, then it's going to be forgotten. Like, for example, like how Devin said, Sam is the Bilbo Baggins of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's another great point, Toke.
One here.
The point of when Sam was talking in the council with everybody around. If they,
Right.
you know,
I mean, that was definitely a callback.
if they lose, I mean, yeah.
Foreshadowing things.
If they lose, if everybody dies, then there's not gonna be any, you know, stories to write. There's not gonna be anything to remember. It's over, blah blah, and yeah. So
It definitely wouldn't surprise me if they do a Lord of the Rings S style where
yeah.
Sam is the one who's writing
Yeah.
the story, and
And that was a big thing in the past seasons too. Is Sam the Bilbo Baggins of Game of Thrones? In my opinion, yes.
yeah, I would
100%.
I would say for sure.
And the reason I think that is because, one, very knowledgeable.
Medkit here.
Knows his crap, and when he's writing this, I think he's gonna be
Thank you.
like one of those arc maesters or maesters, whatever. He's gonna be a top maester.
We're already inside the ring? Damn.
Yeah,
I could've
and just
Yeah,
write down.
whoever's left standing is probably gonna have
Yeah,
for sure.
and I think he's going to be. Even though he does want to fight, I don't think he's gonna die. He's just too important. He's just too important to even kill off.
body shield here.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think he's one of those people who has that plot armor that is impenetrable.
Yeah,
That's a good thing. I don't know, but
Should check out that care package.
I mean, I don't think we want any of our beloved characters to die for sure.
yeah. Like I don't want John to die. That's for sure. But knowing
Stabilizer here. Level 3. Good for range engagement.
J.R.R. Martin, he he'll kill off the person you love, or the person that you think that's supposed to rightfully take the throne. And I think that's what makes him a great artist or great author, not artist. Sorry, great author. But anyways, as far as the freaking podcast goes, Throne Talk is pretty much officially closed. I think it was a good podcast. Thank you guys for coming out. Just want to put a disclaimer: if you guys made it to the end of this video with me and with myself and Tokus, just know. When do you want to do this, Tokus? After, like, a day after the episode?
Yeah, I think that the best thing, we all know that we have busy lives, and sometimes we just need a little bit of time to process. I know past few episodes have gotten me kind of on a little bit of a high, and I wasn't thinking clearly. So yeah, I definitely think we need at least a day to process.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind doing these. Yeah. On that
Okay.
time frame,
So we'll do it the Monday night, every Monday night. If you guys want to come back, we will talk about Game of Thrones.
Medkit here.
Priley Jenner, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? We're just ending the throne talks. We're gonna continue to stay on stream, but this is where we talk about Game of Thrones, the episode, stuff like that, brother. If you see it, if you watch it, you can come and participate. But that's gonna be the end of yeah, throne talk. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. Every Monday, let's just say every Tuesday night, I will have the video up on YouTube. Because Monday night we're gonna have the talk like this, and then Tuesday I will edit it and put it up on YouTube, and we'll go from there. Anything else you have to say, though?
thank you so much for having me. No,
Having you,
thank you so much.
I'm gonna have you all the time because you're like a co-creator, dude. You helped me make this, bro. You're the one. You know what I'm saying?
Shucks.
This isn't just my podcast. This is your podcast, mine, and the people, the wonderful, beautiful people in the stream as well. You guys make it fun. Just talking about it. But anyways, stay blessed. God bless. We will see you on the next Throne Talk. Peace.